Jai Gurudev. Today, let us learn about Guru Parampara. The concept of Guru Parampara is too vast and hence we would be doing this in separate modules. Guru Parampara is a tradition from the Vedic times where experiential knowledge and wisdom is transmitted from teacher to the student. Before we understand the Guru Parampara, first let us understand why the term Guru is very pious and important in the Indian educational tradition. The true meaning of Guru is one who dispels the darkness of ignorance. Sanskrit is perhaps the only language that has such a refined vocabulary to distinguish the different kinds of teachers. The teacher who gives us information is called Adhyapak. The one who imparts knowledge combined with information is called Upadhyaya. The one who imparts skills is called Acharya. The one who is able to give a deep insight into a subject is called Pandit. The one who has a visionary view on a subject and teaches us to think in that manner is called as a Drishta. The one who is able to awaken wisdom in us, leading us from darkness to light, is called Guru. Since ancient times, knowledge has been valued in India. Long before the Vedas were written and stored for the study by posterity, this knowledge has existed in the minds of sages. The Gurus passed all the knowledge to the disciples by reciting it to them. The disciples memorized what they heard, and when it was their turn, they too passed it on to those who became their disciples. It is a common prescription in several Indian traditions that students must spend early years of their lives in a Gurukul to learn from a teacher. Shruti, the tradition of listening, memorizing, and learning, was very significant part of learning. The minds of the wise teachers and devoted disciples were the vessels which have carried knowledge from distant history into the present times. This is the essence of the Guru Sishya Parampara. Modern thinkers think Parampara is very sectarian, but it is actually not so. To give an illustration, we refer to Srimad Bhagavad Gita chapter 4. The verse goes, Evam parampara praptam imam rajarshayo viduhu sakale neha mahata yogo nashtah parantapa, which means the supreme science was received through the chain of disciplinic succession. Whenever the original is getting distorted or the purpose was scattered by the motives of the unscrupulous, there arises the need to re-establish it. The glimpses can be seen Lord Krishna himself coming up in the Mahabharata in the great field. He is giving us the essence of the entire Vedas in the form of Bhagavad Gita. Another instance we can see is when we look into the life story of the great Guru Adi Shankaracharya, who has re-established the Sanatana Dharma when it was just getting warded off. He is considered to be an incarnation of Lord Shiva himself. Now it is just not in this manner. We have another glimpse of it coming up in the Lalita Sahasram from the Brahmanda Purana, which is actually a conversation between Hayagriva and Agastya, where in the 1,000 names of the divine goddess, the 713th name refers to her as Guru Mandala Rupini, which means she who embodies in herself the lineage of the Gurus. So, by this, to an extent, we can emphasize that Parampara is just not sectarian. By following the aura of the spiritual masters, we remain connected to the line of spiritual teachers going back to that pure consciousness from where we have evolved. There's something works like the powerhouse in a light. If I would like to switch on the light in the place where I am seated, I do not go to the powerhouse to fetch the light, the power. I simply put the switch on, which is all interconnected, and there is a supply coming from the powerhouse by which the light turns on. This is the essence of the Guru Parampara, and hence we give lot of emphasis to this tradition of Guru Parampara. Thank you. Jai Gurudev.